All right, welcome. Actually, yes. Okay, welcome to number three. I want to start self-analyzing plus use my closing skills to really understand and go deep into why I'm acting, and why I'm thinking, and if they actually align with what I really want, or if they're coming from somewhere where I've gotten information from, most likely the internet, and testing to see what I'm actually doing is aligning with why I want to be doing it in the first place. So the content I've been listening to lately is Andrew Chow's podcast, which is Achievement Unlocked. I'll show you what it looks like. This guy here. I listened to episode 381. It resonates with me because one, working with him, two, it's same age, same last name, and he's killing it. And I really like how he breaks down mindset, which is something that I knew that is important, but now I've prioritized it more into the way I'm thinking and the way I'm making decisions as a closer and how it actions my life. So in episode 381, he talks about diversifying your happiness. So don't just focus all your eggs into one basket. So in the last 6 months, I was focusing it more onto the idea where work would bring me happiness from the outcome. So as soon as I didn't work, I'd feel agitated and stressed out. The examples would be when I'd be interstate visiting my brother or being in Melbourne when I'm doing courses. I just feel unease because I thought working or doing something would make me happy. So I just figured that out just then through just understanding and just documenting some notes. I don't know if this is a good way to structure things, but I'm going to start doing this to understand where I'm getting caught up with myself. Being in a relationship, I love being in a relationship. Um, 6 months in and super happy, but I've already identified that if I don't see my girlfriend, my partner for 1 or 2 weeks, I'm gonna miss her immensely. Even a couple of days, I miss her. But I don't want to rely, again, happiness to be seeing her. Because I know we've had this discussion as a couple. I'm a cool guy. She's a cool girl. We're cool people. That's why we like each other. And we're not dictated by us being together to be cool or relevant or interesting person. The reason why we're liking each other is because we were cool in the first place. Something for me to work on because I feel like that's got legs in terms of trying to break that down because not relying on someone's, how should I say, people pleasing. You don't want to please the other person because that makes you needy. And that's one thing I want to be talking about specifically that I need to be working on in terms of improving myself because I know that would be a big linchpin in terms of me getting better and overcoming this cowardice mindset that I have and becoming actual like a leader, a provider. To me, provider sounds better because I can actually action stuff. I'm a worker, whereas a leader is more like speaking and communicating, which I feel like that doesn't sync with me that well. I feel like I can get there, my communication is good, but I feel like innately I'm more of a giver. I'll do the thing, I'll do the hard task to provide a better outcome for the people around me. One thing I started to notice in the last 6 to 12 months was I actually did not care about what kind of foods I was eating. And this is coming from an Asian guy who loves cooking, who was brought up with Jamie Oliver, getting to home cooked meals and going to nice restaurants to eat out. That being said, I still love it, but it's not dictating the highs and lows. As in, I would be taking photos of food. I do take photos now of food, but I'm using it for SEO purposes, i.e., businesses. Quick little trick hack. If you guys ever want to get into SEO, take photos, upload them on Google Maps, and get your local guide up to level 10. That's all I'll say. If you want more information, Google it. It's there. And for me, I'm just eating the same thing over and over again. Like it looks really good to my housemates. It's like a peanut butter spicy noodle saucy stir fry. I've had it like for the last 2 weeks over and over again because I just want to not think about cooking, eat something healthy, and then just get on with work. The mindset shift that I've been getting better at is moving from scarcity to abundance. Now, the example I'm going to give you is interviews. I was applying with a bucket load of interviews, physio as well as high ticket sales closing. I've got an interview in the next 45 minutes, and I actually do not care if I get this. The thing that I do care, and the reason why I'm actually committing to actually talking to this business owner is I just want to plant some seeds, create some networks, create some relationships. Because if he's looking for someone full time or even part time, well, I would potentially say yes if it was part time, just to put up the reps. But if it's a no today, it doesn't mean it's a no in a month's time because I know I'll be getting better, I'll be getting the reps. I just want to put, I just want to plant a seed in his head, or just put a in sales we call it like a touch point. You want multiple touch points to be like, hey, I'm still thinking about you. This is actually where I'm at now to where I was before, big change. So I'm actually glad you didn't employ me, but if you're ever interested, I'm here now, even better. Let's talk. I want that. If he says no, if he says yes, then I can still say no. And I love that feeling. Instead of saying, yeah, I'll do whatever you want. I'll do whatever you want. So that's things I'm starting to like reconfigure in my brain. And now I'm just practicing the exercise of what do I value? I value hard work. I feel like this is something I'm doing and I can keep doing. What do I define as hard work? My YouTube um, history and my YouTube consumption has gone down significantly. All I'm doing is just studying sales, and I'm not even on YouTube. The only time I'm on YouTube is just looking at recipes on how to make pizza because I forgot how to make pizza. And two, I'm planning a trip to Bali with my girlfriend, and we're just trying to figure out that. Other than that, I'm not watching I'm not even watching much sport, to be honest. Like, I would love to be watching the UFC on Sunday, but that takes 3 to 4 hours of my day, and I can't afford that. I will just watch the highlights. I just even watch the sport. And that being said, what a lot of people hate, but I don't mind, is spoilers. I'm okay with spoilers, and maybe you should be okay with spoilers as well, because that's an external thing that shouldn't be affecting you, and you shouldn't be knowing, and it shouldn't be dictating your decision-making process of feeling emotionally happy or sad that you didn't find out yourself. Someone else found it out from a tertiary source of information, and that's why people hate spoilers because there's a tertiary source or even a secondary source of information. And what that means is you're not getting the information directly from the actual theme, which is watching the show. I'm okay with tertiary information at that sense. Actions speak louder than words. I do care about how you can speak because that's marketing, but actions is the fulfillment that you actually see when someone's like, oh yeah, I actually got to 10K. Took me a while, took me 2 to 3 years, but I'm at 10K now. But gotta keep working. The other thing I still value is the access money gives to you in terms of no stress. I've got two parking fines. I'm so dumb. Same spot as well. $144 in total. The fact that in my head I could just brush it off and knowing that I could make that again, I'm happy with that. Because the other thought process is that, $144, that's heaps of food you can buy at a grocery store or like a nice dinner with someone that you really, really like, a really awesome date night. But knowing that, I'm just like, I want to make more money than spend. Plus, I'm pretty good with my money behavior. So that was an idiot fine, an idiot tax more so than anything. I know deep down it makes stupid mistakes, but knowing that I've got money to back me up, I mean, that small, I'm okay. I just know I have to be more careful. And that's something that I value. Being more careful because I'm not careful. And checking things, which comes down to proofreading. I suck at proofreading. And you get better at that. I don't know how to do that. Okay, what are the things you're doing that you don't like? Being rash as well and not careful. And the thing that I want to say last is people pleasing. That destroys confidence, that destroys competence, and that destroys your way of speaking. I know the way I'm speaking right now is because just put up the reps with talking in front of the camera. The only thing that I haven't put up the reps with is talking to multiple people and just staying grounded, speaking with conviction, and having pauses in the notes in the music. It's like having pauses in the notes with music and being okay by just making these mistakes and just identifying that it's just a journey. And it's ultimately the journey that people are looking for that don't get yet. I'm slowly getting it. But what actually happens once I pay off my mortgage? What actually happens when I hit 10K a month, 20K a month? What actually happens when I retire my parents? It's that chasing serotonin and the dopamine fix when you tell them. And if that's fleeting, what happens next? You just go back to work because that's what you've been doing 80% to 90% of your life. And if you choose to just stop doing it, you've just shifted your routine, you shifted your mindset, and then you just things go out of whack. Now, that being said, did I do anything in terms of closing myself? I didn't ask good questions, so I've just monologuing. But in terms of tonality, I've been working on my tonality, working on my cadence, being a bit more softer, bit more concise, not concise. I need to be working on my being more concise, but being more enunciating my words more. That's what I need to get better at because I hate mumbling. That being said, thanks again for watching. We'll see how this interview goes. And 3 for 3. I mean, I've done what I've done this week. We'll see how I go tomorrow. I probably will do one tomorrow, maybe Friday, but we'll just have to keep building these muscles like going to the gym. That being said, peace. See you guys next time. Let's just keep working. If this is motivating you to do your own personal development, I suggest you do it. Otherwise, just journal or just watch me do it. And if you stay on the ride, this is going to be a fun season. See you guys in the next one.